I must not be the only one that remembers those crisps in London called Transformer Snack. I swear down, man was literally living on them still. They were dirt cheap. Ever since they started gentrifying up London, I can't find these crisps and all these snacks again. Make sure you go thumbs up today's video if you don't remember the Transformer Snack. And let me know in the comments what's one obvious sign that your area is gentrified. Now, gentrification is happening all over London. I can't think of one corner of London that's not in some type of development. Everything is all gentrified now. They're not even calling it the block anymore. They're calling it dealer block. Wait, what? They're not even calling it the corner shop. They're just calling it the shop. What? They're not even calling it the roads. They're calling it the cycle lane. Nah, for real. Bare cycle lanes nowadays. What's going on in London? I'll tell you what. Gentrification. This is happening. Matter of fact, it has happened. These are 5 signs that your area is being gentrified. So anytime you see these things that I'm going to be going through throughout the video, try and know they're trying to gentrify up the ends. They're trying to gentrify the area that you're in. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more insight to London culture and that. Now, the first sign that an area is just about to be gentrified is when they start building up all of these Costa coffees and Starbucks shops. All of these coffee shops that none of the locals are going to use. I remember when I saw them building up, I think it's a Starbucks or a Costa. I was standing there thinking, why? Try and know that as soon as you see them building up the Starbucks or coffee shop right where the locals chill, you know the down and outs, the nitties and that, the guy that's always on the bike, that chill spot, they will build the coffee shop right there. That's literally a new chill spot for them. You think they're gonna go in there and drink coffee? Brother, come on. Now let me not lie. Let me keep it real. I went into the Costa shit, I'm even stuttering. I went into the Costa coffee or the Starbucks, wherever it was in it. But I went in there. Yeah. I did. What? Now you might be asking, why did I go? I was waiting for a friend, innit? You get me? Like, that's why I went. I'm not gonna lie. They could have come up to me and said, like, yeah, like, why are you here? Like, do you want anything? I would have said yes. Heat. It's cold outside. My boy was taking long, innit? So I went into the Starbucks. Like, it's there. Tables and that. Kind of a nice scenery, I'm not gonna lie. But it's just not for the ends. Do you get me? Like, it don't make sense. Nah, but in all seriousness though, as soon as you see them building up that Starbucks or the Costa coffee or whatever, try and know their plan is to gentrify up that area. On the high street, where like you got all the dusty shops on the one strip, they're gonna build a Costa coffee right in the middle. And it's gonna be sparkling. Do you get me? It's gonna look brand new. You know, like the windows, you can see through that shit. You can see all the gentrified people in there. That's what's gonna happen to the area when you see the Starbucks being built. But yeah, man, that's one obvious sign that your area's been gentrified. Growing up on ends, Mumsy was sending me to the corner shop. I don't know what these youths are going through now. Do you get me? Mumsy's there sending them to Starbucks to get a coffee. I don't see that happening. I'll keep it real. Now, the next sign that your area is being gentrified is when you start seeing them building up all of these new looking flats. I'm not talking about these rundown block of flats that we've been seeing all our lives. Do you know what I'm saying? You know the one where you gotta bang the key motion sensor shit to open up the flat door. I ain't talking about them kind of flats. I'm talking about them apartment looking ones. Do you know what I mean? These gentrified block of flats are called flats. But I come from an era where that's not a flat. That's an apartment. I don't see that. I don't see that as a flat. That's literally an apartment where chicks used to host parties. And I'm not even gonna lie. Hands up. These apartments look nice in it, but they don't fit the London aesthetic. I don't know what these architects were doing. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they didn't know that their design is gonna be built in London, because some of these gentrified apartments look like they go to the gates of heaven. Why are they so tall? Like, brother, is that even safe? And the maddest thing I find about these new apartments and that is how they're building them so fast. Nah, but in all seriousness though, can we like tone this down a bit? Like, let's be serious. How are they building these apartments so fast? I remember seeing an old brought down warehouse in my area, and I was like, yeah, used to run up in there. Man was chasing me out, fun times and that. Then they knocked down the warehouse. Next minute, in the space of 6 months, there were tenants living in the apartments. How are they building them so fast? Is that even safe? These gentrified apartments are built everywhere around London, and as I said, it does look decent, but it don't fit the London aesthetic. Brother, I remember one time I went into one of those lifts, like the apartments, yeah, and the lift was speaking to man. I've never heard that, matter of fact. Man grew up in the pissy block, meeting my friends and that. Do you know what I'm saying? The lift didn't speak to us. We had to just know what floor we were on. Do you know what I mean? Now, the next obvious sign that your area is being gentrified is when they start building up all of these new cycle lanes. This is really like a bait sign. From time you start seeing them building up the cycling lanes, area's been gentrified. Done. Do you get me? The ends is done. That's not a high road anymore. That's just a cycling lane. Do you know what I mean? They should start calling roadman Cycle man. That was a dead joke, I'm not gonna lie. These cycle lanes are becoming a problem. And why I say this is because sometimes you'll be walking and you don't even know you're walking on the cycle lane. That's how confusing it is.
Oh yeah, like we need to keep the cyclists safe.
I don't think the cyclists give a shit. I don't think they care. A lot of these cyclists are cunts as well. They're not the best type of people. Not only do cycle lanes indicate the fact that an area has been gentrified, they're now installing traffic lights for the cyclists. I couldn't tell you the last time I've seen a cyclist at a traffic light. They just skip past that. Like, sorry, hold on. All you flipping London councils, yeah? Holla, man, because you don't know what you're doing. Clearly. What is this? And I'm not gonna lie. There were times in my life where I was a cyclist. No, I wasn't a cyclist, innit? But I used to ride my bike 24/7. I was on my bike, do you know what I mean? These cyclists nowadays are just gentrified, do you know what I'm saying? Like, anytime you see an area that has a lot of, like, cycling material, I mean, like, you see it on the roads, you see the traffic lights for the cyclists, you see all of these cycle lanes, the area is being
Gentrified.
That's what's happened. And yeah, there's no going back, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, anyway, once you see them start building up the cycle lanes, long day. You get me? A very long day still. Now, the next sign that your area's been gentrified is when you start seeing different types of people. I'm not even gonna lie, innit? Like, I don't mind this one because it's not every day go to the shop and see the same brother trying to screw face you in a puffy jacket. You know what I'm saying? It's not every day. Sometimes we need to see the emos. Sometimes we need to see the skateboarders. Sometimes we need to see that whatever that is. That's cool. Do you know what I mean? When you start seeing all of these Jaden Smith looking youths walking up and down the area, try and know that it's being gentrified. The area's not for the locals anymore. It's for them kind of people. Do you know what I mean? And it's all mad because a lot of these people look at you like, what? Like, what you doing here? Brother, what you doing here? Walk your little dog and shut up, yeah? Do you know you got them ignorant kind of people on the ends or in the hood? That'll be like, what? Do you know where you are right now? You can't even say that anymore. Like, we know where we are. We're in a gentrified area. Shit, these people have every right to move like that. This is their place now. This ain't made for us. Now, the next sign that your area is being gentrified is when you start seeing all of these new buildings that do random things. Weird facility looking buildings. I've seen buildings, like I've seen areas that's been gentrified. Buildings that they put there, you're thinking, why is that there? Who's using that? Who's the target audience? Why are they empty? I've seen a building be a gym. Then it's an office. Then it's a barber / hairdressers. Then it's a studio, but not the kind of studio the man them will go to and spit bars and that. I'm talking about them influencer type studios. Why is that on ends? These facilities do the most random shit. I'm sure that they could have thought of something better to build. And I remember one time I thought, you know what? I might start going gym, you know? Like, let me see what the prices are saying. I literally looked at the price list because obviously I'm looking through the window, innit? And I'm looking at the price list in the gym. I had to act like I was fixing my hat. I saw the price list at these gyms in the gentrified buildings and thought, you know what? I can run for free. I can literally skate for free. I can walk to McDonald's for free. So yeah, it's not my story still. Sometimes I see these gentrified facilities that's not even been occupied and I'm thinking, wait, hold on. They've knocked down the youth clubs for this shit. Now, I'm not too sure if they knocked down the youth clubs for that, but it makes sense, innit? Do you know what I mean? Ever since they started knocking down shit, they started gentrifying up the place. And it's not really for the locals. They've knocked down shit that we used to use for that. Gentrification is when they start building things in the area that's not for the locals. And that's a prime example. No one ain't using this shit. Do you know what I mean? Brother, I've literally seen the same corner shop on ends. That hasn't got an upgrade. It hasn't got an upgrade. That's rude. Real talks. But anyway, gentrification is a thing that's happening, or it's happened. I don't know how far they're gonna go now, but yeah, it's quite clear that all sides of London's been gentrified. All you have to do is go on Google and go on the Street View, and then go back with the dates and that, and you can see how things have changed. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video or you can relate and that, be sure to thumbs it up. If you're new around here, click the subscribe button. I upload a lot of videos about London culture and that. And yeah, new videos out every single week at 8 PM. So as I said, make sure you go subscribe. Also, if you enjoyed this video, I got more on my channel, and definitely go check out this one next. It's on the screen right now. So yeah, it's another banger by me because that's all I upload. And yeah, man, stay safe and that, and I'll see you lot in the next video, yeah? Say no more.